my dear Libras. This is a love and spirituality reading, a prediction for Libra season, September 23rd to October 22nd, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I want to say happy birthday to all Libras out there. And this reading I aim towards showing you your blind spot and your shadow, so you can grow as a person and thereby be able to attract a better love life and life overall for yourself. This reading is dedicated to Robin that made a donation for Libra. And if you also want to sponsor a reading from me, you can follow the donation link in the description box. This will be a love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for September that is up, or you can check out the pick a card and their personal readings on the first page of my channel. There's also 2 reviews up for the before tarot and the after tarot on my channel right now. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the before tarot and the after tarot by Pietro Aligo. So don't laugh at me now when I'm going to do this because I'm going to flip through your 2 decks. Okay, so in the bottom of this we have the 4 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. So it might be the world between you and another person, but there's some kind of change going on there with the butterfly, but it really looks a little bit like a situation where we are dealing with the silent treatment or big gaps of distance between us. It might be a long distance relationship, but it looks a little bit like people are either grumpy or not happy about the situation or trying to ignore the situation or something similar to that. Okay, so I call the divine. I really need it this time. So with love and light. And here we have the 3 of Swords together with the 4 of Swords. So I'm thinking we are trying to avoid heartbreak here, Libras. And this is actually Libra as well. So we have this raven. I'm thinking it's probably your mind thinking that it's not a good idea to engage here, that this is going to only to lead to heartbreak. And then we have these butterflies, which is probably the only sign that your soul might want to make a different choice here. Okay. The soul doesn't mind heartbreak. Okay, it thinks, well, fun, this will make us grow. And you think, no, that's not fun. It can be the end of me. But it's not. Your soul is eternal. So I call the 4 archangels. Sorry, I didn't do that really good. Okay. In the 4 corners of the world. And this was in the bottom. And it's the 4 of Swords again, of course. And here we have the Tower together with the 4 of Swords. We are avoiding the Tower as well. So it might be that there's a person maybe ignoring you or you are ignoring them. And it might be because we want to keep our pride. This is the moment before. But what the Tower says is it's better to change, the butterflies free willingly than to wait for the blow from the universe. Because first they are kind of whispering to you saying, hey, this would be a good idea. You could do this. And then they're saying, hey, it's really, you really need to do this. You're not getting off the hook. Okay, so you really need to do this. And eventually you will be forced, or maybe this other person will be forced by the universe to bend to their laws. And it's not about being punished or anything like that. It's the universe wants to move forward, so it doesn't want to get stuck. It doesn't want to stay and do the same thing over and over again. It wants to solve its issues and move forward. It wants to experience more exciting things. So that's why it's like growing pains is what I'm seeing here. Okay. So I call the 6 elements there better, and here we have the star card with the 4 of swords, and I'm feeling it's these butterflies. They are kind of talking about transformation, death, how we go from one state to another, and the state that you seem to be in, Libra, or maybe someone has forced you into this state, is the 4 of swords. You ignoring situation, or someone is maybe ignoring you, or you're trying to avoid a heartbreak. And the star card is the torch, so it's the new beginning, and it's your soul, and it wants to, it's some kind of, maybe there's a situation with star-crossed lovers here, that you want to be together, but it's impossible. Maybe it's like Romeo and Juliet. Okay. So whenever I say something and then I hear like get background melodies to that, this is song coming true. So I'm hearing Romeo and Juliet, something. Somewhere we can be alone, something like that. Somewhere we can be alone. So it might be that there's some kind of opposition towards this relationship as well. Maybe outside forces is not too happy with it, so that's usually the case with star-crossed lovers. And if I find a song, I will put it in the description box. It can be hard when I only have a little evidence what it can be, what kind of song, but probably it's named Romeo and Juliet, so it wouldn't be too hard. Okay, so 6 elements. See here, okay, it didn't want to. Earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. I think I will flip this deck like this. And to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So I want my dear Libras to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. It will take a little bit longer to make this. I want to make this reading special for you, and I really am excited about using both the before tarot and the after tarot, even if it's a little bit hard to mix the decks. Okay, so we have these star-crossed lovers jumping out, and it's a little bit distance between them, and it might be that we are hesitating to take that step forward, but one person might be more keen than the other. And here we have the Ace of Cups as well, Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. So, what I'm feeling here is that someone wants to live like a calm life, doesn't want to have a lot of difficulties. And this is calling for difficulties. We have like a seagull dropping a fish there. So this might be how unwelcomed our feelings are in this situation. We didn't want to have our emotions kind of be all over the place here. And here we have the fish again. So I'm thinking people have very little to say in this situation. So I will actually pause and flip through the deck a little bit more properly. Okay, so actually the Queen of Cups also made a jump for it. Because I was a little bit worried it came the same series of cards like the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. So it's really hard the first time you flip through a deck because they are always laying in very keen order. So I was afraid that there would not be enough shuffling, but also the Queen of Cups jumped, so that's saying something. Big pile of cards here. Okay, so interesting. So just tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation here in Libra season, Libra. So, this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, Ten of Pentacles is something usually very stable. It's a bond between people. It's like the sense of family. So, that's what I'm feeling here. We have small dogs and the baby and everything. So, it's a sense of family here. So, that might be what makes the distance so difficult. Maybe you feel like family. Okay, so this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's the Hermit. So it might be that there's also a problem with family that we have, because the Hermit is like the teenager moving away from the Hierophant and saying your old ideas of religion and tribe and society and laws and morals and all this. I'm not going with it, because I'm a teenager, so I need to make rebellion. So I'm going to move to my own flat. So that's the cave outside the village. And I'm going to think about what's good with this situation, what's not so good. So it might be a situation where we kind of need to have a distance towards both family and friends, and to get our own worldview in order, to find out, okay, so who am I? What do I want? What do I like with my upbringing? What do I like with my family or this society? And what is not to my liking? What do I want to change? Or how do I want to live a different life? So I think this might be maybe what's also causing the distance, not just this with being the star-crossed lovers and having people coming in the middle or other things. It might also be an internal thing where people needs to grow. I hope you like my setting. I was going for a fall setting, but I didn't find all my equipment that I was supposed to use. So I went straight for winter theme here. Maybe I will find the stuff and I will do the fall theme for October instead. Okay, so I'll start putting out the cards so we can say this is the past here. And it looks like it comes only after tarot here. And this is the now. And this is the future, so the divine is making fun of me. I'm seeing it. Okay, so this is only, I think it's only after tarot. And the middle card here, because this is the past, this is now, this is the future, but it's also deeper meaning to this reading. So this is the issue at hand. And we have the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is kind of what I saw with the Hermit here and the Ten of Pentacles, that we have probably lived in a family or circumstances that was kind of nice in a sense. I'm not saying that this is nice, but the Ten of Pentacles is nice. But it also gave a lot of limitation. Maybe we admired the people that we lived in and we wanted to believe every word they said. But these words, they kind of made us prisoners in our own life. Because they said, you need to be like that, you need to do like this, you need to do like this. And then when you face the rest of the world and they had other opinions, you might have gotten strong aversions against them and thought, oh, this person doesn't know at all what they are talking about, because they came with another culture. We can have different cultures, even if we are living in the same society. We can have different cultures, even if we're living in the same street or even in the same family. And then it comes new people with new ideas and saying, like, you don't have to trust that, you don't have to believe in that, you can do your own thing. So they're coming input from the outside world, liberating you. Or maybe if you are asking about another person, it's liberating them to experience the world and see things from other people's perspective. And sometimes if we are childish enough, we will go back to the original family and say, I heard this. Can this be true? So we can't trust our own eyes, so we can't trust the outside world, because the original family becomes so important. So this can also be the issue here. And this is the past, really the past. And we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a person, this Libra, that wants to do the right thing, wants to be in balance and harmony and tranquility with the rest of the world. So moral and issues of moral or how to do things becomes very important, because we want to create balance. We want to know the outcome of things. We want to be sure that we are not getting bad consequences for whatever is going on. And we have the butterfly here. But this is also talking about this spiritual growth here, which has started to free your mind, Libra. This is Libra and this is actually Gemini, but I'm feeling it has a lot to do with you. It's your spirituality reading. So you are growing and you're expanding your mind, and even if you still want to do good, it might not be these old ideas that are the ones that are good. Okay, and this is your mission. So this is why all this is happening, and we have the Ace of Wands. So this is fire, and it's the salamander that's it kind of has eternal life, because you can cut off like its tail and it will grow out again, but it's also very fragile, and it's a symbol of change, of spiritual growth, of being able to adapt to the world and survive it, even when we are this fragile and we are feeling so small. So it's a fire symbol as well. It's your spirit, it's your soul that wants to make itself known. So we can say that your mission is to follow your own soul, to find out how you can sort among these old beliefs and find your own way to all this, to become your own authority and your own master, to become a creator instead of just becoming a follower. So being someone that can see, okay, this is how this is going to be. But sometimes we have very rigid ideas of how things are going to be. But the Ace of Wands is not rigid. It's following kind of the stars, the energy of the stars. Your passion, your soul is stepping in and saying, oh, I want to go that way. So that was the butterflies as well, with the Four of Swords card. So this is divine interference here. And we have the Page of Wands. So divine interference, it's almost like they are pushing someone away from you, and or making you go away to find your own Ace of Wands. Okay, so but they are causing the separation anyway. It's not someone else causing it. It's not how bad you are acting towards each other or anything like that. It is it's really a divine intervention here to separate, but it's for everyone to find their own wand, to find their own soul. So it's not a bad purpose. So this is the combination with divine interference and the situation. How is this all for you? And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you're doing a real good job with this. The Queen of Pentacles can be a little bit nostalgic. She's very earthbound, so she can really love and cherish her family and the people that have been in her life before, and the things that she owns or the things that are there. But it's because she manages resources. She takes good care of resources, and she makes things happen from those resources. So what I'm feeling here is that you're going to some kind of beautiful healing, where you're learning to take really good care of yourself or your core, to be able to sprinkle your seeds to the rest of the world later on. It might also be that you're kind of learning something new or taking in something new, something that has been, like you've seen it almost for the first time, something that has been maybe in your life, but maybe you took it for granted. And now you're seeing the value of the small things is what I'm seeing. And things isn't going so rapidly in and out of your life. There's value for the long term, like with the Ten of Pentacles that we saw. So it's we have the rabbit here as well. So I'm thinking it's some kind of fear also to change the situation as it is. We have both the Queen of Swords here and the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm really thinking you're trying to make the most sensible choices, but also look at your fears, because it might be that you're making some of your choices out of fear, and we should move towards our fear and deal with it. It doesn't mean that we should put ourselves in dangerous situations, but we should sort out our fears, or at least inside ourselves, so we know that they are not ruling us, that we are ruling our life, and not our fears or our presumptions or our ideas. But this is a good, very sensible, a little bit high and dry combination with people that's very much trying to do the right thing, and maybe not doing the passionate thing, but trying to do the right thing. So it can be a little bit too much logic into this situation and too little soul, and that might be why the divine is interfering and wants to create a kind of dynamic that will rip us from our secure state and try to take us into, like, outside our comfort zone and into something that's a little bit more dynamic and new. So this is the combination of the past and this is how things are for you. So it's a little bit deeper there, and it's the Emperor. So again, a little bit high and dry here with the Emperor and these two queens. So it's about trying to keep status quo, try to keep having your power in your life. So I'm thinking maybe you're not too keen on this divine thingy that's going on here. You don't want to do this. So it's a little bit resistance here, holding the fort, not inviting too much newness into your life, or too much adventure, or too much of things that can get out of hand. So it's a little bit, you are acting like a square here, but it's fine. It might be that you need this time of healing and to find yourself and to find who you are and what you want, so you later on can take these steps out in life. And this is your mission here. And we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is about being able to deal with one's fear and being able to deal with things getting a little bit out of hand, and you're not always able to keep balance and control. Things will, get out of hand. You can't always control the outcome or the consequences. There will come consequences that you can't control, and you need to learn to deal with this. You need to let yourself get a little bit out of hand. So step with 1 foot outside your comfort zone and see what happens. Take 2 feet and see what happens, and deal with the aftermath, with the consequences, and see that you can survive this, that it's not a bad thing. Your soul is eternal. Whatever happens, you will be fine, and everything that you can gain in this life, it will be taken away from you. It's I think I heard this song when I flipped through your cards, or when I was doing maybe these the reviews yesterday. So it was Bruce Springsteen. I remember this anyway, Springsteen, and it's something like everything. The things you don't give up, the world just strips away. So something like that. World just strips away. So I will put that song too in the description box, because it's something you seem to hold on to, or the other person seems to hold on to, but I'm thinking it's mostly you. But if you have asked for an explanation to the other person's behavior, this might be it. They are trying to keep status quo. They want to be in control of their life. They want to have a happy life, but not like overly adventurous or super giddy life. They want to have like things that they can control. And there's another energy here that's much more adventurous and kind of ready to, sacrifice their tail. They know that a new tail will grow out, so they're a little bit more adventurous. So it's a little bit like two sides to this, but it's really your reading. So if you have this on the outside, it's in your inside. And if you have this on your outside, it's in your inside. So Tarot is a mirror. The world is also a mirror. So what I'm seeing is that people need to learn to deal with insecurities and to not always like have things going your way, because you will lose everything anyway one day. It's just a game. You're here and you're playing this game, and it's you're supposed to level up and not stay in the comfort zone, but actually challenge yourself so that you will grow. So with the Four of Swords, no one grows, but the butterflies, they were kind of calling you to grow, calling you to please be a little bit more adventurous, put yourself out there, make it happen, let things get a little bit out of hand, and deal with the aftermath. Okay, so here comes the Four of Swords from another deck. We had it from before tarot, now it comes from the after tarot. And so it's someone almost wants to come and save Snow White here and kiss her to life again, but it seems to be the gender roles are reversed. I've noticed this. A lot of the fairy tales, it seems like the girls are very hard to get close to. Maybe if they put out their hair to the window, you can climb up. But now I'm thinking it's a lot like guys are becoming the Rapunzel, being really it's hard for them to put themselves out there, and they staying in their tower, or staying like this, playing dead as well. So it might be that the masculine side of you wants to stay and play dead, and the feminine side of you wants to be alive. I'm seeing she looking a lot like the Queen of Cups that came when I shuffled the cards without you, when I paused the video. So it's the feminine side here that's seem to, have a nice time with the Emperor here, kind of protecting them, staying in the courtyard, not going out in the forest or on a walkabout like this. It's unnecessary. We can stay here, we can be safe. But it becomes a little bit boring, and life wants to call you out. So it might be that the calling out has happened here in the past. We can see here's the Queen of Swords. This is kind of not talking, but a person is trying to communicate in some way, giving flowers here. But maybe they get tired of it and walking away, or the person here is walking away from the offer there. So we can see it like that as well. And here's the butterfly. So that's outside interference, and so it can be a little bit different for different people. But for some of you, it might be that your life is boring because you can't get this body getting out to play with you, or it might be in the other way around, that you want to stay in the comfort zone and you're not saying yes when people wants to come out and play with you. Okay, and this is the future with these outside forces. And we have a Six of Swords, so it's kind of a good card, and it's the after tarot, so it's not like the problem is like building up. This is when the problems are solved. So with the Six of Swords, we are over the troubled water, and we are able to come through on the other side. So what I'm seeing right now is someone being a little bit rigid, but someone else is kind of trying to come and save them out of their own rigidity, to stay in this comfort zone, and to being called out to take this boat out in the world. But for this Emperor that has been so used on sitting on the chair, he might be a little bit wobbly in his knees here, and it's very hard to, it's easy to balance when you stay at home. It's harder to balance when you go out in the world, but you're called out in the world. People are waiting here, and it's the boat. And here we can see that the boat is kind of getting into shore. And here I'm thinking it's like a situation with a friend or with family members or something, where you might have put very high boundaries before, is still of value. So there's still like a chance for you to get over to the other shore and have some kind of new beginning, new, more adventurous beginning. Okay, so I'll take cards for you from the spirit messages. This is how the book look like. So see what your advice is. A father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or has passed, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So I'm thinking this is about becoming one's own parent. Like other people can lure you out in the world, but you need to become your own parent. You can't seek other people to support you in all situations. You need to be able to support yourself so you can stand strong in the world. Also, when you go outside your comfort zone, you can be this strong person if you have your own back. Not just using the skill of withdrawing from the world to save you, but actually being able to be your own father, to parent yourself so that you can take really good care of you when going outside in the world. I'm feeling like this child is you, and here you are trying to parent yourself in the best way possible to be able to get out into this world. Okay, so might be also a good time to deal with father issues and these kind of issues. We might sometimes, for example, fall in love with the person that we want to fix them, to make them love us, like she is doing here. She's trying to take this impossible emperor that's ignoring her and fix her and fix him and make him love her. So we can have these issues that we take an impossible person looking like one of our parents or a sibling or a past lover, early lover, and trying to make this person love us instead of taking a little bit, making it easier for ourselves and actually going after someone that is also interested. So we have that little issue too, but it's for another reading, maybe in the next love reading, or maybe I already dealt with it in your past love reading. I really don't remember my readings. So thank you so much for watching, and I want you to celebrate your birthday in a beautiful happy way, and to really take care of you and celebrate you, and don't mind so much what you are being given. Look more how you can support and give to yourself in this situation, and still going out into the world, I might add. Okay, so if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get the heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. The next round of astrological videos will be my love readings that I will do in late September for the month of October for all the signs. And also keep on the lookout for the pick a card readings and the near personal readings that will be spread throughout the season. And thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers. And until next time, take really good care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.